The hotel closes at the top of January, and the first task is to clear out the furniture because the hotel was literally, like I said, it was just open. It was just accepting guests. They had guests for New Year's. So the first thing is we've got 141 rooms that are basically full of furniture: beds, dressers, desks, phones, TVs, chairs, couches, refrigerators, microwaves, the whole nine. And so we have to clear out every single room. Now, this was my first, this was the first time I was like, what the have I got myself into? Because initially what we were going to do was we were going to just throw everything away, right? So we had laborers who were going to come bring everything downstairs, and we were just going to throw it in a dumpster, Pete and Pete 40 yard, and that was going to be it. Here go me, Nita, in the meeting. I stand up and say, well, I know a couple organizations who could really use this stuff. They would come and get it, like, let's not throw it away. Cleveland, we live in a city where people have needs, man. And I just felt so crazy about throwing I'm going to put some pictures in here so you can see throwing all these, like 200 mattresses away, TV, like all this kind of stuff. So they said, okay, we'll give you some time to do that. So I got with my girl Stony, shout out Stony, and we, she set it up for some organizations to come. But here's the thing. This shit was so challenging because, for one, let me take you over there. You see 4 elevators there, but when we were moving the furniture out, only the middle 2 worked. And these are regular standard size elevators. So you could imagine how it was trying to fit king beds, mattresses, box springs, dressers, couches, everything in these 2 itty bitty little elevators. And once we get the furniture downstairs, to exit the building, we only have 1 turnstile door, the little circular turnstile doors, and then 1 regular standard, 36-inch wide door. So not only do we have to try to fit all of this stuff on these little bitty elevators, but it is now a pain to try and actually get it out of the building to then load it into the truck. Did I mention that this was happening in January in Cleveland, the dead of winter? This past winter, we had one of our most severe, we had snow. It was below 0. We're right down here on the water. I mean, it was mayhem, okay? And so we basically had U-Haul trucks lined up. We have a small little narrow little pull-in lane where you could pull in a U-Haul truck, and we had people basically going through this whole process of getting it out the room, filling it on the elevator, riding it down, trying to get it out of the turnstile door. It was crazy. It got so crazy to where we had to start running double shifts. My partner would work during the day, and then I would come in during the evening and run the furniture removal operation. It was some nights I was here till 9 or 10 o'clock trying to get all of this furniture out. It was a lot of work, but I can't lie. I'm glad that I did it. We were able to bless a lot of people, a lot of families with beds and tables and TVs and all of that kind of stuff. So all hard work pays off. Then next came the demo, right? So again, we got 141 rooms. As you can see, it's a view of East 9th and Euclid Avenue right there, but we got 141 rooms. I'm standing in one of them now. King rooms, queen rooms. Every room has to get demoed. Pretty much so everything is getting an update or a change, so everything has to be demoed. So that meant drywall, framing, the bathroom, all of that had to be demoed. And so there was one contractor team who was responsible for that. Now you would think that would be easy, but no, it was not. It was very challenging to coordinate the demo, the debris, because there was one team that was demoing, and then they would take the material to the elevator lobby, and then there was another team picking it up from the elevator lobby and taking it out to the dumpster. So we had some issues coordinating that at first. We had people ripping toilets off that still had pee in them, and we had people, it was just, there was a lot, but we got through that. And as you can see, Now we have all of our rooms demoed, and so then we were able to start our rough-in process.